The Big Bang is the prevailing cosmological model for the universe. It proposes that about 13.8 billion years ago, all matter and energy were concentrated in an infinitely small, hot, dense point. This point then underwent an incredibly rapid expansion, known as cosmic inflation, which rapidly increased the size of the universe by a factor of at least 10 to the power of 26 in less than a second. The universe continued to expand and cool, eventually forming the stars and galaxies we see today. What existed before the Big Bang is a question that has intrigued scientists and philosophers for centuries. There is no scientific consensus on the answer, but there are a number of hypotheses. One hypothesis is that the universe was in a state of perpetual expansion and contraction, with the Big Bang being just the latest expansionary phase. This hypothesis is known as the cyclic model. Another hypothesis is that the universe has always existed, and that the Big Bang was simply a transition from one state to another. This hypothesis is known as the steady-state model. A third hypothesis is that the universe is eternal and infinite, and that the Big Bang was simply the beginning of time and space. This hypothesis is known as the eternal inflation model. There is no way to know for sure what existed before the Big Bang, as it is impossible to observe or experiment with events that occurred before the universe began. However, the hypotheses listed above provide some possible explanations for what might have been there. It is also important to note that the concept of before the Big Bang may not be meaningful. The Big Bang is often described as a beginning or a creation event, but this may not be accurate. If the universe has always existed, then there may be no such thing as before the Big Bang. Ultimately, the question of what existed before the Big Bang is a mystery that may never be solved. However, the search for an answer continues to drive scientific exploration and discovery.